What matters to you? Commitment, dedication, quality, precision, connection. Catching fish? Good. That matters to us too. You trust us to craft the ultimate fishing vessel. And we trust you'll have a great time on the water. From dawn's first light to twilight's last cast, every detail refined. Where grit meets grind and your next PB is just a cast away, leading to that precise moment that makes it all worth it. Native Watercraft, where fishing isn't just a hobby, it's a way of life. Proudly engineered and made in America with performance and quality as non-negotiables. Fishing is good here.
Good evening, everybody. We are here with the No Limit Series Captains Meeting for Event 2 of 2025 season on Lake Chickamauga. And I have a screen room back here full of directors. It looks like some of them are actually even fishing for this meeting, so that's pretty cool. We are going to talk about a variety of things. We have what's lining up to be a very crazy weekend ahead in Tennessee on Lake Chickamauga. We have 5 tournaments going on at once. Obviously, I am here representing the Native No Limit Series, but we have all of the directors and talking about their clubs tonight and how you can jump in 5 different tournaments at once this weekend and try to go home with some big money. So I'm going to start off by thanking some people tonight, and then I'll make sure we have the comments open for any questions you all might have. This is literally just a brief overview of what the series is and any rules you may have questions about. We're going to talk about tonight. We'll talk about some payouts. We'll talk about sponsors, and then we're going to push it out to these directors I have backstage, and we're going to have a good night. I got to start off, number one, thanking you all, the anglers. We could not be into another season of the No Limit Series without you all. So we do appreciate it. We came into the game giving you all something different, right? An hourly payout, big bass focus, but also with a no limit MLF style in the kayak game. And we were received, at first it was a little weird, and then the numbers kept growing and growing and growing. And here we are, 2025 season 3, and everything has been amazing. So this is our biggest year yet. We added new states this year. We are in event 2. We had, I think it was 198 last month. Well, actually just 2 weeks ago in California. And now we're up here in Tennessee on Chickamauga. So got to thank you all. Got to thank Native Watercraft for letting us continue the series. They help so much behind the scenes, bringing in sponsors, and really they help a ton by giving us freedom to do what we want to do to make the series continue to grow. Got to thank my team. You see my face a lot, but I am one of the directors on a team. Marvin Forte and I have done a lot of work this season behind the scenes, but we still have Marv in Goda in California. Chris is a big part of what we're doing. And then, of course, we have Aaron up in Pennsylvania helping us out in the Northeast. And then Brad Case is helping out in Texas this year as well. So we expanded the team a little bit. Got to thank those guys. Huge support from them. And then I'm going to go ahead and thank the guys that are coming down or coming out this year. Coming out this weekend on Lake Chickamauga. We have the 10 Cat series. We have the Watts Bar Kayak series. We have TVKA, and we have USA Bassin. So those guys are here with me tonight. And a huge shout out to Fish Dayton for bringing us into Dayton, Tennessee, putting us on the amazing Chickamauga, and giving us the freedom to have this amazing event. So thank you to all those people. So what are we? We are a No Limit series that features the Big Bass Power Hour. We advertise $1,000 an hour for big bass every hour of the tournament. Now, of course, there's an asterisk to that, and it requires 100 anglers, which usually isn't a problem for this series. As we are doing this live early in the week on a Tuesday night, we're only sitting at 39 anglers. So we are assuming and hoping we will get to 100 anglers by Friday night at 10 p.m. when we cut off. So we'll talk as if we get there. So we plan on paying $1,000 an hour every hour this weekend for the longest fish caught in that hour. Now, we are a timed caught series, so we're not worried about technically when you submit it. As long as we have your timestamp from when you caught it, it will be applied to that hour. Now, along with $1,000 for every hour, we have amazing sponsors on board this season that are throwing in a variety of gift cards and prizes for the tournament. So we're gonna run through a list of those. Starting off, Native Watercraft and Big Adventures. The longest bass of the day will go home with a brand new Titan X 12.5. That is the longest bass of the day, overall winner. In hour one, if you are lucky enough to win the big bass of the hour, you're going to go home with not only the $1,000 cash, but a $250 gift card from Crush City and Rapala. In hour two, you're going to go home with $1,000 and a $250 gift card from 13 Fishing and Rapala. In hour three, you're going to go home with $1,000 and a $75 gift card from RoboHawk. In hour four, $1,000 and a $250 gift card to Ducket Fishing. In hour five, $1,000 and a $250 gift card to Yak Attack. In hour six, $1,000 and a $250 gift card to Discount Tackle. In hour seven, $1,000 and a $250 gift card to Dakota Lithium. In hour eight, $1,000 and a $250 gift card to Newport Vessels. Our overall no limit winner will take home the prize, the cash value of whatever it lands on based on anglers, and also a $75 gift card from RoboHawk. And the biggest bass of the day that does not get paid for winning an hour is going to go home with a $250 gift card from Discount Tackle. So huge shout out to all of those sponsors for helping us bring you this series and improve our payouts throughout the day. I do want to show you all what the payouts look like. So I'm going to share my screen really quick. And these obviously are just an example based on number of anglers that are entering the tournament. Last year for this event, we were in the 132, I believe. So we were somewhere in here. Hourly payout, $1,000. Overall, no limit. First place, $1,500. And then 1,000, 800, 600, 400, 200, 175, and 150. If we get to that 150 mark, we're going to pay out 10 spots for no limit plus the $1,000 per hour. And obviously, if we get any higher, you see we are prepared to go up to 15th place at 175 anglers. So let's hope we get there. That would be great. Would love to see all of those anglers flood in by Friday at 10 p.m. And if not, guess what? We're not worried about it. We always worry about who shows up to the tournament and not who doesn't. So we will give you a great show no matter who comes out to the tournament. As far as some details, everything obviously is posted within Tourney X under the details. We have our website on the nativewatercraft.com under the Big Bass Power Hour tab. But I'm just going to go through some quick event-specific things. We are launching this weekend at 6:30 a.m. You have 30 minutes of travel time on the water. Lines in is 7 a.m. And we're going to fish until 2:59:59. So your last picture must be taken by 2:59:59. All of the guys that I'm going to bring in here that are fishing alongside us this weekend are going to align with these times. So all 5 tournaments are going to match perfectly. You have until 3:59:59 for your last photo submission to come through Tourney X. And we're going to start our ceremony with one of the clubs that's here with me around 4:15 p.m. We did have a venue change twice this weekend, and I do apologize, even though I really have nothing to do with that. I received the phone call, and for 2 different reasons, we've had to move venues. So our new venue has been pushed out to all the registered anglers today, has been posted in Tourney X, and will be posted on the page when we're done here. So about 4:15, we're going to start one of the ceremonies, and we're going to run through all 4 clubs, and then we're going to do the Native No Limit Series last. Last year when we did this, it was a lot of the same people. So we ended up moving pretty quickly because it did get repetitive, but we still want to give people their shine. And honestly, we just don't know how many people are going to double dip, triple dip, quadruple dip, and jump in every event this weekend. Those of you watching at home, the scoreboard on Tourney X, the leaderboard does look different for this event. The event starts with a completely black leaderboard, so nobody knows who might win hour 1 for Big Bass. And then we modify the leaderboard throughout the day where you'll see overall totals, but you won't see bass breakdown. So please don't message me saying the leaderboard is off, asking me to turn it on. We are aware of what it looks like to the outside people, and it is off for a reason to keep the weigh-in exciting and build up some big news at the end of the day when somebody has a 24-incher at 7:05 a.m. You don't want to ruin that. We are a 14-inch minimum in the No Limit Series event. I am your director, but I am not your judge. I am a second-hand helper to the judging company if they need clarification on a fish or an open mouth or something like that. But I will be available. I'll post my phone number. You guys can call me with any problems you may have in town or on the water, but I am your director, not necessarily your judge. For our event, the No Limit Series, the only identifier that is legal is this one that I'm about to put up on the screen. And I don't know why this is being weird, but hopefully you can see that. But that is the No Limit identifier. It is available under the Files tab on the No Limit group page. And this is the only identifier that we will be accepting for the No Limit Series. So keep that in mind. The other clubs are going to talk about their identifiers here in a minute. And we are all, don't quote me on this just yet, but we are going to align our identifier codes. I know 3 of the 5 have agreed, but we'll hear right now if everybody is agreeing with that. I don't see any comments, and I'm going to check Facebook. I think it might be because of the sharing I had to do here. And then we're going to bring in some directors. So if you do have any questions, feel free to post them up. I don't have any comments here, so we're good. We are a catch series only event. We are a motored event, so all that stuff is clearly written in the rules. There we go. We got some people commenting now. Appreciate you guys. Let me know everything's working. And Kurt was trying to decide if he's coming to North Carolina this weekend to hang out with my crew and the NC Bass Nation event, or coming to Tennessee and swinging for $1,000. So Kurt's got some decisions to make. For those of you who care, I am coming into town early Friday morning. VRBO, and if you need me, I'll be in town. I'll have extra IDs with me, and if you run into an emergency, feel free to call. But we're going to go down this list, and I'm going to bring in one director at a time, and we're going to start with Mike. And Mike is the director for the Watts Bar Kayak Fisherman Series up there in Tennessee, right above Chickamauga.
That'd be correct. Yep, we're the next leg north.
I'm going to give you some time here to talk about your club, tell everybody how they can get involved with you all this weekend, and anything you want to say. So go for it.
So, guys, we're on Tourney X, just like Vinny and the Native tournament here. If you just search for WBKF, you can sign up for our event. We're a little bit different as we collect our entry fee at the check-in. So check-ins are mandatory for our club. With that being said, we have our reasons for doing that. It's just kind of easier for us as a club to keep up with everything that way.
Is that cash only, Mike?
That is correct, yeah. And we prefer that you bring exact change, but I will have plenty of change with me. I'll bring some of the club's money with us, so we will have change. I'm super excited about this event. We've got several guys signed up already. Several guys from that's not generally fishing with our club. So I expect this to be a big turnout. It should be a big time, catching a lot of fish and some big fish, hopefully. I did have one question for you, Vinny, when you were going over that. You showed the identifier card. I was going to have my wife print those for me tomorrow at her work and laminate me one. Does it have to have all 6?
No.
Okay, so you can have 1 or 2 or whatever. Okay.
That's just the file we have there, so people can print 8 at a time and awesome. Have a bunch. Yeah, you just need 1, guys, just 1.
Cool. I was just kind of curious about that myself.
Yeah, man.
I mean, we're pretty straightforward. We fish with cast rules. We're going to go with your map of the lake where you can launch. Cast rule states you can launch at any public access ramp. But the way that you've done it to where you've marked all of the legal launch points, we will follow that. That way we've got our boundaries and stuff, and guys can fish from there, just follow basically everything you're going to do.
Cool. I'll touch on that. You reminded me to say something. So we had someone mention that when they clicked the link for the legal access map, it was the Bassmaster map. Yeah, it is. Steve O and I are good friends, and we both believe that smarter, not harder is the way to go. So I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. His map looks the exact same as what my map would be. So we're going to rock with the same map. We've been doing it for 2 years. He knows we steal it. It's no big deal. So
that helps eliminate some confusion for guys too, because a lot of us around here fish the same, and guys coming in out of town would fish the same kind of tournaments. So
I did have a request this week to add a ramp, and I denied it because we are within, a couple days of the tournament. Don't feel like somebody should gain an advantage at this point. So we did not modify the map. The map is the same one that's posted on the event. And I believe it actually is under the files tab as well. And if it's not, I'll make sure to get it there tonight. But if you guys do have a question about the map, I'm the one to ask. So sorry about that, Mike.
That's all right, man. I'm super excited about this. We've got a great group of people. I generally have other people do our judging. Just like you said, if there's a discrepancy in a fish, hopefully all of us directors can speak, because a lot of these guys are going to fish all the events or more than one event, or however that'll go down. If one of the other directors sees something, they can bring it to all the other directors' attentions, and say, hey, like, this is what we found. Obviously, it's every club and every director's decision to make. But generally, we all pretty well go the same way when we do this. So,
yep.
I'm excited about it. I really can't wait for it. So, and I'm coming down. I will be down Thursday night, staying in a VRBO around Dayton myself. Me and Jason both will. So if any of our guys, or if you're fishing with our club and need something, or forget your board at home or whatever, I will bring extra boards. I'll have extra stuff if you need it. So
I think I'm staying right in Dayton. So if people need me to be somewhere, I can be somewhere. Yeah. Obviously, I got a little longer drive than you do.
Yeah, I hear you.
But all right, guys. So make sure you jump in with Watts Bar, cash only at the ramp, kind of old school style. Probably a good feeling there. Yep. Mike, is there any big bass fees? Are there any fees taken out, or are we paying out on $35?
So when you pay into, you'll sign up on TourneyX. It'll be a $7.25 fee on TourneyX. All that covers is your TourneyX fees, right? That I make no money from that. The club gets none of that money. 100% of that goes to TourneyX. And then the $35 that covers a $5 big bass fee. We take $5 for the club, and then we pay out the other $25 for payouts, and we pay out every five anglers. We pay a place.
Awesome, good news, good deal. I know you'll hang out backstage if you can. If not, we can get you on Facebook if any questions come in. But appreciate you and look forward to shaking your hand Saturday.
Cool, nice to meet you, and thank you.
Take care, buddy.
You too.
So we had a good question just come in. Is check-in mandatory on TourneyX? No, not mandatory, not going to DQ you, but it does help us if you get accused of cheating or launching at an illegal ramp, or God forbid something happens and we can't find you or get a hold of you. We at least know where we can send help. So yes, would love for you to check in when you get into the parking lot so we have an idea of where you are. If you have service issues and you know you're going to have service issues, feel free to check in as you're approaching the ramp or driving into the ramp somewhere where you have service. Yes, it would help us. No, there's no in-person check-in. Guys, I don't know if you all know me. I don't live anywhere near Chickamauga. I'm about 6 hours away in Rock Hill, South Carolina. So I'm not having an in-person live weigh-in check-in or anything on Friday. This is it right here. Covering anything you might need covered. I'd love to hang out and get some dinner if there's something going on in town, but I don't have anything where we need to hang out and meet unless you need me. Would love for you to hit the check-in button on TourneyX for safety reasons, as I just mentioned. But that's it. Saturday afternoon, we'll be together on top of a mountain. And all right, going to bring in the next one. Going to pretend I know who's with what club here, but I'm going to bring in Andrew from TNCAT, TNKATT. And he's the director there, and he is also joining us this weekend. So what's up, Andrew?
How's it going, Vinny? Doing good. How are you?
Man, doing well.
Hey, so I'm with TNCAT, Tennessee Kayak Anglers Tournament Trail. So if you look us up on Facebook, you can find all the information there. So kind of a little bit about the trail. We fish all the East Tennessee region. We kind of started out of the Knoxville area. A couple of founding guys you might know, Jim Davis, Jordan Marshall, were originators for our club that have started it originally. So pretty interesting fact. And we've grown over the years. I think we're actually one of the oldest clubs, at least in Tennessee. I know that I'm like the third, fourth, fifth generation tournament director here. So
I'm glad Jordan's gone. I mean,
he still fishes every once in a while, but yeah, he does. He's moved up the chain a little bit and kind of hopping around the nation and little bit bigger things, kind of fishing the natives and the bigger trails, and usually cashing some pretty good checks. But so for our side, we are going to be doing just Tourney X. All the finances and everything will be through that. And then for the pay, it's going to be $40 entry for us. $100 of that will be big bass. And then, of course, the PayPal and Tourney X fees will come out of that. So everything's included on that $40. And payout we'll pay out the guaranteed top 3. And if we get to 40, we'll pay 10%. So basically one every 10 after we get to 40.
Sweet.
So usually pretty good payouts for the top anglers for that. We also do cast rules just like Watts Bar. So most of your local Tennessee clubs are going to be those cast rules. So make sure you review those. Nothing too crazy, but just make sure you're familiar with any nuances that might be different. I don't think there's going to be too much from native, but just make sure you're familiar with that. And we do have a 7 p.m. captain's meeting Friday that we'll go over just the last minute details if anything changes just for our tournament. So make sure you tune into that and ask any questions. My assistant tournament director is Chris Franklin. I think we'll both probably be fishing. So if you need anything, reach out to one of us. We'll be somewhere on the water down there. I don't know where I'm going to be because I haven't pre-fished and haven't fished Chickamauga in about a year. So probably just pick a ramp and go.
Cool. Well, I'm guessing the fishing is going to be pretty good.
I hope so. So I guess I'll find out. I was hoping to do some pre-fishing, but I've been working for about 7 or 8 days in a row and got a couple more days left. So we'll see if that pans out.
Gotcha.
And so the leaderboard for ours will be turned off the last hour. And that is the last hour of fishing. So it'll be the last 2 hours of submissions. So just be aware of that. It was a little different from what you all are going to do.
So you just reminded me of what happened last year. I need to bring you all on stage at once. Just listen. I know you can hear me. I'm going to request that we all black out the leaderboards because last year people knew who won big bass in my tournament because of I think it was Tennessee Bass Nation's tournament because he had like a 24 1/4. So like everybody knew. So if possible, and I don't want to feel like I'm asking like more important, but if we can shut everybody's leaderboard, that would be awesome.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. I think we can all get together and come up with that.
I know Jason gave me a thumbs up. Michael crossed his arm, so he's probably like, fuck this guy. But
yeah,
here, let's bring them all in.
We're pretty flexible. We just want to fish and hang out and have a good time.
So guys, this is the squad right here. This is who's taking over Tennessee this weekend. Jesse is with TVKA. He's fishing right now. Jason's with USA Bassin. We'll talk to them, but if you're okay blacking out, can I get a thumbs up just so everybody knows that we'll be blacked out on Tourney X?
Are we doing that for all day?
We like it.
Yeah, so mine will be on, but it'll only be totals. And that way we don't know, who's winning big bass per hour. But if someone in your tournament at 7:03 a.m. drops a 24-incher, it kind of ruins everything. Like that guy's going home with $1,000 and a brand new Titan, and like it kind of ruins the whole excitement of the hourly stuff. So
I like it.
All right, cool. I appreciate that. I'm going to get rid of most of you again. I'm going to leave Andrew up here with me. And I'll bring you guys back in a second. Yeah. Okay, so I'm glad you reminded me. That was important. Appreciate that.
Mix what I said about the leaderboard. It will be off. So
it will be off.
Glad I mentioned that. Also big difference. Of course, you all are doing the unlimited catch as many fish you can. We do a 3-fish limit. And a lot of that's because we're a local trail and we try to appeal to the newer anglers. So if they feel like they can catch 3 fish, sometimes it's hard to catch 5. And we do fish 12 months out of the year. So that kind of levels the playing field. So we do 3 fish. So we'll probably be the only trail doing that. So just pay attention to that for us. And we no mandatory check-in. We don't require, I know a lot of cast clubs do require a check-in. You don't have to be at check-in to get points or to win for 10 cat. So that's one difference also is going to be between the clubs. And then we do registration up till lines in. So if you want to pay for entry, if you wake up in the morning and decide you want to come up till lines in time, we do take registration. So that's a little difference.
Awesome.
And that's about everything else should be pretty much the same. We're going to follow suit. So we recommend if you're fishing the native side, definitely use the identifier. We'll take it on anything as long as we see the identifier written in the picture. You're good on our side. Make sure you're following the native guidelines because we're going to follow those also.
Awesome. Andrew, thank you. I appreciate it. I got a running total of entry fees. We're at $205 total right now for 3 events, which is not tragic. So hopefully we get guys jumping in everything. And Appreciate working with you. Look forward to shaking your hand on Saturday.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Take care, buddy.
You too.
All right, so I'm going to drop a couple things that popped up in the comments, and this is a good one here, of course. Will there be food? So here's the deal. It's a Vinny thing. I always provide food at a weigh-in. Usually when I'm on the road, like these big events, I do like a cold cut, crackers, cheese, chips, cookies, drinks kind of deal. The venue doesn't want food. So I'm going to provide food, but we have to eat it outside. And my little adorable 12-year-old daughter is going to be the bouncer, and she's going to be at the door telling you we're hanging out outside eating before we go inside for the venue. So there's room to sit 500. The tables are going to be set up and all of that. So we'll hang out outside. It's supposed to be a beautiful day. We're up on a mountain. I imagine the scenery is going to be pretty good. We'll eat some snacks, and then when everybody's ready to get the show on the road, we'll come inside, we'll sit down, and we'll keep everybody happy. So, Tim, good question. Hopefully that is a good enough answer, best I can do right now, but that's what we're doing. So Michael also posted their check-in is mandatory, and if you can't make it, you need to pay your entry fee to message him to take care of that. Remember, they are cash only, old school style. We mentioned leaderboards are going to be off. Please don't send me 17 messages asking who's winning the event. You'll find out when we go live on social media at the weigh-in. Mitchell is excited to fish 10 cat and native. Glad that we've been on his list for a while. Apparently, Brian says there is a pizza place. Brian, how is this drive up the mountain? I've had a concern come across my phone that we're very high up on a mountain. Is this drive an issue? I would like to know. But apparently a local pizza place. So support local. Don't rely on my ham and turkey cold cuts from Walmart or Harris Teeter or I don't know. What is it? Is it Ingles in Tennessee? I think it is. Cold beer. I'm probably not going to have that, Tim. But do what you got to do. Brian is laughing. So let's see if somebody says something about the mountain. But I'm going to bring in Jason next. And Jason is with USA Bassing. This is event number 3 on top of the No Limit series this weekend on Chickamauga. So let's see what we got. Jason, how are you, buddy?
Man, Vinny, I'm living the dream with you, buddy. This is good.
If this is the dream, I don't know, man. 5 dudes on a podcast at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Nightmares are dreams too, Vinny. Jason Cassidy with USA Bassin. USA Bassin started off as a team boat country. Gosh, it's probably 25, 30 years old. And, you know, they kind of fill a niche in that, you know, big boat fishing game, and they saw a need to maybe do the same thing in the kayak space. So we've got about a dozen different divisions spread from Texas to New York. You know, each division runs, you know, small 5 fish, something local, blue collar, so you don't have to pre-fish it. It's, you know, it's in your backyard. It's, you know, no overnights. Get involved in a sport of kayaking, and you know, we just want to see people come together, and we love partnering with Native. And you, Vinny, you put on a stellar event. He wasn't joking, my boy. He brings the food. His adorable, and the prizes are straight up what he says. I mean, it's a great format to get in there and catch one big fish and come home with a big old Happy Gilmore check. And those little side kicker prizes. I still got my bogs from last year.
Hell yeah.
And my wife got a pair because heck, could give us $250, you know, blow it all. And yeah, it's great to have partners on your screen all around you. So come out and fish with us. You sign up on Tourney X, $60. That includes the big bass. You are a member division or club, but if you haven't fished with USA Bassin, that membership is free for the first year. Kind of try it before you buy it. If you have fished with us last year or the year prior, it is a $30 membership. We've had a few questions about, you know, getting that paid for and whatnot. You can just bring that to check-in if you want to pay for your membership for the year, and we'll get you those points to qualify for the Classic, which is 1 pond south of here on Nickajack. So
Nice.
Coming up at the end of September. So it's a great opportunity for anglers to come from around the country or, you know, regionally here to fish this event. team up, quintuple it with all 5 of these great clubs that are coming together. And, top 200 in points qualify you for our classic at the end of the year. And one tournament, where you weigh in or measure in fish will probably get you inside that, so you have an opportunity at a $10,000 grand prize in September. So we'd love to see everybody come out, pile in, and try to make it to the check-in. We don't require it, but it's part of the community that we're involved in and that we love. And we love for people to come in and say hi. Vinny's a big celebrity over here, but trust me when I tell you, he's very approachable and cool. And you come out and meet a lot of cool people. I hear
Jordan. What are you talking about right now?
I'm talking, baby. I'm growing this out for Jordan Marshall. I'm trying to, I can't grow it out here, but I'm trying to get my inner Jordan on.
I'm just lucky that the crowd there in Tennessee was so receptive to this tournament last year. It gave me an out to call the city and just, I'm not gonna lie, I called Steve. Steve, let me get the city person, and he hooked it up. And I had some data, and I'll share the data, guys. We had 15 different states represented at this tournament last year. When you say that to a host, it's easy, right? We're just sealing the deal. Like, hey, I'm bringing 15 states to Dayton, Tennessee. Let's do it. So now we're sitting at 39 on Tuesday night. I'm a little nervous, but let's I know how this goes. We'll have 100 sign up on Friday, so I'm not too worried. But I'm excited to be there. We had so much fun in the barn last year with it was like 4 different weigh-ins. Yeah. The same guy won Big Bass in every damn tournament, so he was on the stage like 17 times. It was cool. We had a good time. The barn venue was cool. Steve-O was there. Like, I'm just lucky to be back there. You're busting my chops about being famous, but I'm lucky to be back there, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that was a great venue, great time. And yeah, we had the old AJ McCorder in the house too.
AJ showed up with the dog. It was awesome. We were surrounded by greatness, that's for sure.
Yeah, but we appreciate everything you do, and get signed up, y'all. Support these big tournaments. Everybody wants this tournament to come to town, and they're Bass, Steve-O and Vinny release these schedules every year, and everybody's like, oh, what? We get this night, we get, these big tournaments, they got to go to the, cities that support them. And these tourism bureaus only shell out money when we show up. So, hey, keep the sport alive. It might not be in your backyard, but it's what keeps the sport going. So sign up today.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I appreciate that. I'm going to say this again, but do me a favor. Everything you just said as far as your membership and why they should sign up and your entry fee, I want all of you directors who are listening backstage, type that up and send it to me. And I'm going to put it all in one post with this video, because let's be honest, not too many people are going to sit here if they're not listening right now to an hour podcast. But I'll have it typed up so if they want to read it, and we'll drop all your registration links in it, and we'll get a nice post made up tomorrow so you guys get your shine as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Vinny.
Thanks, Jason. All right. There were some things that came through. So apparently the mountain is not too bad. It is a 35 to 40 mile an hour, slightly twisty, but not too bad. Tim's busting my chops about the food. Watts Bar is a 5-fish limit. Jonathan is going to make me get lost with his GPS here. So if you're coming to the weigh-in using your GPS, do not take the first Morgan Creek Road. I am definitely going to end up doing that. Keep going up and you'll meet Ogden. The first road is very narrow, not trailer friendly. Hopefully we can remember this. 2 lanes. I got entry fees. Now we're at like $265. Not too bad for 4 tournaments. Basil shouting out the event. Appreciate the compliment. Can't wait to see you guys. It's gonna be fun. Always fun seeing you up there. And then we need a mullet to catch Jordan. Does Jordan still have the mullet? I mean, I know he's getting married and everything and life's changing. Was curious if she made him get rid of it. I don't know. All right, we got one more, and this guy is on the water, so I don't know how this is going to go. But we got Jesse here from TVKA. And there he is.
What's up,
buddy? How are you?
Yeah, good. I'm out here with Joe Kirk, one of our directors with Tennessee Valley Kayak Anglers. We're just kind of screwing around here on the water, buying time, and after this, we're going to get off. But we're having a good time. Water conditions are good. We each caught a few good fish, so we're pretty pumped for this weekend.
I mean, safe to say you're on Chickamauga.
Yes, sir. Lake
Awesome.
Chickamauga is Tennessee Valley Kayak Anglers' home lake. So most of our events are held on Lake Chickamauga. So most of us live in and around the lake, and it's nothing for us to get out on the water.
So you're going in and out a little bit. Can you quickly tell me your entry fee for this weekend? This is a tough one.
Yeah, rest 100% payouts. After we pay our judge's fee, we do third party to keep things on up and up, so our directors can't see anyone's location. So that's something that's worked out for us so far this year, and we're going to continue to do that. But after that, we're 100% payout.
Can you say your entry fee one more time? You broke up.
Sure, it's $40, and five of that goes to Big Bass.
Got it. 40. That's good. 40 is good. So I got the full total now for anybody who wants it. If you want to jump in all 5, I got it put up on the screen.
Yeah. We're a 3 fish limit. I know some of the guys are 5, but TVKA has been 3 fish limit since its inception. So we'll continue with that tradition. 3 fish limits, our times, lines in, lines out, match everyone else's. We do have mandatory check-in for awards. So that's one exception versus some of the other clubs. So you got to show up, be able to get your prizes.
Awesome. Good to know. And were you able to give me a thumbs up before about shutting the leaderboard?
Yeah, we're going to shut off the leaderboard for you.
Appreciate that.
Rob.
Appreciate that. Cool, man. Well, look, you do your pre-fishing. You're allowed to do that until 9:59 p.m. Friday night. And then make sure you get registered and get all your boys registered, and we'll try to get the native guys jumping both ways as well. So it looks like for about $300, you can be in 5 tournaments at once. And, God, you catch a couple big fish, you're going to go home with a lot of money this weekend. So I would love to see someone literally cash in all 5 tournaments this weekend. I think that would be awesome. All right, we're having some service issues. Jess, you're going in pretty bad, getting out pretty bad. I'm going to remove you, but if you can hear me, type up information about your club and we're going to get it posted.
Got it.
All right, buddy. Thank you. All right, so obviously most of us have been on Chickamauga. There are parts that are spotty. So keep that in mind. You need to plan accordingly. You're going to have 59 minutes and 59 seconds to upload your pictures. At least for my event, I imagine it's going to be exactly the same for all 5. I would love to see anglers support all 5 events. I think that would be really cool. Obviously, we are a national series. We are a little bit more expensive compared to local series, but when you look at us compared to other national series, we are very affordable at that $130 buy-in. We are giving away a very, very expensive kayak, almost $4,000. Plus, I already read off all the sponsor money that is being thrown at this event. So really looking forward to this weekend. Shutting off the leaderboard is like power fishing without live scope. So keep everybody on their toes. Give you a reason to catch 22-incher and come back up the mountain at 4 o'clock that afternoon and just have a good time. I think this is going to be a really fun event. Looking forward to it. I'll be very excited when we break that 100 angler mark. So if you're not waiting for payday, feel free to jump in, get signed up. And I'll make some more posts throughout the week. I'll get all of these guys to give me a post together. We'll make one big come out and fish Tennessee this weekend post tomorrow afternoon. And then if you need anything, let me know. I'll comment my phone number. I mean, I'll put it here, but I don't think anybody's really going to write it down right now. But that is my phone number if you need it. Like I said, I'll be driving up. It's about a 6-hour drive for me Friday morning. I'll be in town mid-afternoon. And then if you need me, let me know. So if you don't have any further questions, I'm going to talk to these guys backstage for a minute. And we'll see you all this weekend in Dayton, Tennessee. See if any questions come in. If not, we're going to end it. Thank you, Stephen. All right, we're going to get out of here. Have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to the directors in the back.